Hi, Mr. Etner. This is the first video of the digital watercolor series. Digital watercolors is a technique using filters in Photoshop to soften the edges of a photo to make it look like it's been painted by watercolors and a brush. You can take this and make it a simple project with just simple filters, and then you can also add a texture layer to it with some brush to make it look like you're in the middle of painting it. So I'm going to try and show you how to do this. So we're going to start with a new file, and we're going to move up to the next photo frame size, 10 by 8. So I'm going to pick 9.5 by 7.5 and make sure it's inches. And another thing to take note of is make sure you're using RGB color. If your layer can't be colored, it's because it's maybe grayscale or something, one of these settings. So make sure it's RGB color, and then I create it. Now, if you go up to the internet and get some pictures, that's great. Make sure they're high res, colorful pictures, people, or maybe use some of your own personal photos. It's up to you. I'm going to use a picture of my family. So here goes. I click File, Place in Bed, and I've got a picture of one of my daughters and my son-in-law here. Looks like that. Go ahead and extend it past the white edges, something like that. Position it, and then accept it. You can get rid of this white background layer. Now we can start adding some filters. So I'm just going to add them to this layer, and all the filters are right here. So you click Filter, and I'll do the first one, Filter Gallery, and the first one I'm going to do is called Call Out, or Cut Out, pardon me. Now when you do it, when you pick one of these filters, it's going to start looking really splotchy, and you're thinking, well, it looks like it's all blurred. Well, that's true, and you can adjust these sliders to keep the shape. Now that's just too much. That doesn't look like a photo anymore. And it's going to vary. I can show you on mine some settings, but the picture you use might be different. And you want to pick each one of these sliders. So I kind of like this one down here because I can still see the detail. And I kind of like this one right about here. And then I click OK. Before I'm done with this filter, you notice I have a sub layer called a filter gallery. And I got these here. I'm just going to double click this, and I'm going to change something called the blending mode. And I'm going to go luminosity, which brings out the brightness in it. And then you can change the opacity a little bit to see what the effect is, okay? So I go like that, and I'm looking at my picture. I kind of like that one because it still looks like it's kind of soft on the edges, but it looks like it's has a lot of detail. So I'm going to let it go at that. So that's one filter. I'm going to stop this video and I'll show you the other ones here on the next one.